when I get into a meeting or we get on the Zoom call with the clients, I typically begin by saying, don't panic. So that's the first thing I want to say to the folks listening to this podcast is don't panic. And then secondly, like the sense of chaos that you must feel at home. I'm in Washington, for God's sake, and I feel a sense of chaos, and I'm supposed to be doing something about it. And so I think that the idea here is you're supposed to feel helpless. The idea here is there's so much chaos, there's so much going on that you, as an individual citizen, are not supposed to be able to do anything about it. And I think Chuck and I are here to tell you that's not true. Don't panic. In fact, individual advocacy can make a significant difference in the outcome of the legislative process that will get underway on Wednesday, May 7th. So the first thing I might do if I'm listening to this podcast is get onto the National Council for Mental Wellbeing website and click on the advocacy tab of that website to get some information regarding how to contact your legislator. Secondly, I would reach out to the member of Congress that represents you directly, particularly if that member of Congress is a Republican, to indicate your strong opposition to any Medicaid cuts. And it doesn't have to be any more sophisticated than that. Okay. I am a service provider for people with mental illness and addiction disorders. We depend upon Medicaid. Don't screw around with this program. And we'll remember next November if you do. That's all you got to say. Okay. A million years ago, I used to work for a member of Congress. It was when Teddy Roosevelt was in office. And we used to track letters. Now nowadays, I think they probably track social media site touches and what have you. But I cannot tell you what impact that has on an individual member of Congress. And so, if you glean nothing from this podcast, if you do nothing after this podcast ends, that's what we need you to do. Get on the nationalcouncil.org website and reach out to your member of Congress. Look it up, call them, email them, get to the roof of your apartment building or your house or your office building and fire flares in the direction of your member of Congress. They need to hear.
But this is metaphorical, audience. He's talking about a metaphor here. You do not go firing flares at anyone.